Meg's plot uncovered. Shocking evidence proves Meghan leaking information to bring down royal. Meghan Markle has been accused of using Jason Knauf to pass information to Omid Scobie, the co-author of Finding Freedom, an unauthorized biography of the royal couple. Meghan's critics on social media are claiming that Jason Knauf was asked by Meghan Markle to pass a letter to Scobie. They said that the former American actress sent the letter to a member of the press. Royal expert Angela Levin, who is known as a staunch opponent of the US-based royal couple, commented on the claims, saying, "Jason Knauf is an honorable man." Meghan Markle's claims a letter she sent to Thomas Markle was private and for her father's eyes only have been proved false by texts she sent to a royal aide that reveal the former Suits star wrote it with public consumption in mind, the Court of Appeal heard today. The Duchess of Sussex's denials that she cooperated with the authors of Finding Freedom, the controversial biography that unleashed a new wave of revelations about the Sussexes' strained relationship with the royal family and MEG'S, were contradicted by evidence from her former communications chief at Kensington Palace, Jason Knauf, it was alleged. The publisher of the Mail on Sunday and Mail Online this morning began its challenge of a High Court judgment that found that their decision to publish extracts of Meghan's 2018 letter was unlawful. The publisher told the Court of Appeal in London there is new evidence showing the privacy case before the judge Lord Justice Warby had been based on a false premise. Andrew Caldecott QC, for ANL, told judges that the new evidence from Mr. Knauf in the form of texts raises questions about Meghan's credibility. He argued the letter was written with public consumption in mind as a possibility. Far from being an intimate communication for her father's eyes only, Meghan wrote the letter knowing Thomas Markle might disclose it to the media, he said, adding, "The fundamental point turns out to be false on the new evidence. The letter was crafted specifically with the potential of public consumption in mind." ANL also believes that Thomas Markle had the right to reveal the contents of the letter to correct some inaccuracies contained in an article in People magazine, published days before ANL's 5 articles, which featured an interview with 5 friends of Meghan who spoke in detail about the same note. ANL has also said that new evidence from the Duchess of Sussex's former royal communications chief Jason Knauf, who now works for Harry's brother Prince William, contradicts the pleadings before the judge when he ruled in her favour earlier this year. Mr. Knauf also alleges that Meghan cooperated with the authors of Finding Freedom, which she also previously denied in the High Court case. Mr. Caldecott said, at or about the same time as the People article appeared, the claimant cooperated with the authors of a book, later entitled Finding Freedom, through her communications secretary Jason Knauf in autumn and winter 2018. The claimant has expressly denied any such cooperation with one minor concession which we say is now contradicted by the evidence of Mr. Knauf. The book was not published until August 2020, long after the articles she complained about, but it substantially reproduces the claimant's case about her father's bad behavior prior to the wedding. Against this background, the defendant, ANL, submits it as a strongly argued case that by the time of the publication of the articles, the claimant no longer had a reasonable expectation of privacy, given it was written with public consumption in mind at least as a possibility. Or if it didn't, it was diminished and outweighed by Mr. Markle's right of reply, the need for correction and wider public interest, those 3 concepts all being distinct and all engaged. Lastly, the claimant's pleaded case can be shown to be materially false by contemporaneous documents. Subject to one limited admission, the claimant denied any cooperation with the authors of the book, Finding Freedom. She also denied that she even suspected that Mr. Markle would leak the letter and therefore was written as an entirely private document. We say this raises questions about her credibility.